afternoon, everyone. How are you all? Well, at the end of another weekend, time goes so fast, doesn't it? So tonight I've got my dad and my daughter coming over for dinner. So my daughter's absolute favourite meal is what we call the healthy roast chicken. I should have put that in inverted commas. So now, who's not seen me do this before? Just say first time, if it's the first time you've ever seen it. Because I was really surprised the other day when I did my yogurt, how many people said it was the first time they'd seen me do yogurt. So, so I'm just going to talk you through how I do it. Very easy. Varoma. I've got a litre of water in here and just a bit of stock. Okay, so when you're using your Varoma, rule of thumb, a litre of water will last about an hour and a half. So rule of thumb, 50 mils per half hour. So if it was rice or something like that, you'd want to keep an eye on your level. But because I'm only steaming chicken, after about an hour, I just make sure I've got enough water in there to keep creating steam. Okay, so I've just put a bit of stock in there because what will happen at the end of this will be the sauce. It's delicious. Okay, so I've got one of my beautiful chickens from my lovely butcher shop. They're a free range chicken, and I'm just going to put some peri peri, which is a recipe on Cookie Dough, peri peri seasoning. Fantastic, easy herby recipe. Now, what you need, this is a recipe that I got from my friend Fiona Hoskins, who wrote Devil of a Cookbook way back in the old days. So just a lemon. I cut it in half because I like all the juice to come out, and you stick that up inside. So stick the whole lemon cut in half up there, and a few good cloves of garlic. I've got 4 in here. As I said, this becomes your sauce. Now you can just get some rosemary from the garden if you're lucky enough to have rosemary growing. You can use dried, it's not the same, but so it's well worth growing yourself some rosemary. You can stick that up there, but over the years I found that you get all those little leaves stuck afterwards. So what I've got is a bag from T2. Now, the last time I did this, somebody said they're not sure that you can get these anymore, but it's just like it's to put tea in supposedly, but it's just a little material tea bag holder, and I put all my leaves into there, and then when I stick that in there, I'm not going to have to fish all the little leaves out afterwards. Okay, so what we need to do, I recommend get yourself a trivet from the mix shop. They're $9.95. Add it to with a couple of other things, but if you put your trivet in the bottom, that stops your chicken covering your holes. So there are other ways to do it. You can use a couple of forks, you can use chopsticks, something like that. But the trivet is fantastic because it just raises your chicken off the bottom. Okay, then, oh, I need my peri peri, don't I? So, all right, so the reason I do this, number one, it's going to give a little bit of flavour to my sauce, but also what I like to do, if I've got the time, I will steam my chicken for about an hour. Then what I do, I cut through the soft part of the legs here, and I let all the juice go into the bowl. Okay, so you've got all this chicken broth basically. So plus with having that peri, it just gives your sauce that little bit of extra flavour. So it's like a garlicky lemon rosemary with that little bit of chilli. You can use whatever herbs you like. You can use Italian seasoning. You can mix it up. The British spice rub on Cookie Dough is a really popular one as well. But the other thing, because it's a steamed chicken, it just gives it a little bit of colour as well. So rinsing hands. Then all I need to do is find a lid for my bowl. Where am I? Oh. Okay, lid on. Varoma up the top, lid on, and we're setting this. I'm going to set this for 60 minutes. So 60 minutes and Varoma temperature and turn on. I use about speed 1.5, just to push that steam through to cook. You can go faster, but your water tends to slosh around. Now, the tip here is, at the end of that hour, cut the legs like I said, let the juices run through. Now you can put it on for another 15-20 minutes just to make sure that it's cooked all the way through. Now this varies depending on the size of your chicken. I forgot to check how big my chicken was actually. Here it is. So mine was a size 18. So you can do, I've done a size 22 in here before as well, okay? If you've got a TM5, it will be a smaller chicken because your Veroma's not as big, okay? So that's going to cook away for an hour. At the end, if depending on your timings, you can take your chicken out, and this is what I tend to do. Take my chicken out and I put it into a tray and pop it into my air fryer for 10 or 15 minutes to crispy up the skin a little bit. The other thing, whilst it's doing that, I will get my potatoes, which I'm going to chop up. I'll get my potatoes and all my veggies, I've got them already prepared, and then I'll steam them at the same time. So in the end, you've got all this to wash up. Not much else. So if you've got an air fryer, you can put your chicken straight into it. Otherwise, you can put it into a roasting pan. You can do a traditional roast. You can roast your potatoes. But I will do my veggies up in here once my chicken is finished. So, where are my veggies? So here's my veggies. So I've got some cabbage, I've got some Brussels sprouts, I've got some beautiful Dutch carrots, they're like little yellow carrots. So I'll pop those in and I'll just add a bit more with some broccoli and cauliflower. At the end of that, once this sauce is made, I add a tablespoon of corn flour if you want it thickened. I don't always thicken mine. And then I add a good dollop of sour cream because I've got my stock. You've got all your chicken juices, you've got your stock, your chicken juices, all that beautiful flavour. My lemon I'll take out of the cavity and I'll squeeze that. So I've got my lemon juice and a good dollop of sour cream to make it just a little bit creamier. And it's as I say, it's my daughter's favourite meal. So whenever she comes over, it's like healthy roast chicken. So don't have to put it in the air fryer. You can just have it steamed. Some people like their skin a bit crispier. I would normally just take it off and throw it away if I'm not crispying it up. Anyway, that's all for today. Tomorrow is D-Day. Tomorrow is the day that I start my metabolic balance. So I will be coming to you live and just showing you a quick prep, but I'm going to be doing a lot more in my support group. So watch this space. Anyway, that's enough for tonight. And I will see you all sometime tomorrow when I'm prepping for my metabolic balance. So anyway, have a great evening and I will see you all tomorrow sometime. All right, bye now. Oh, just quickly, if you know anybody that needs a Thermomix, wants a Thermomix, you think they need one, Bowl Blade lid ends at 11 a.m. on Tuesday. So just over 24 hours to get them on the bandwagon. Send them my details, connect us in Messenger, just let me know and I will help them. So anyway, that's all for now and I'll take care and I'll see you later.